Hey there, my Stampin' friends. Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. So I have a Stampin' Show and Tell for you today. Happy New Year. It's January 1st. I decided to play with the Freshly Made Sketches sketch. This was the last one they put out, and the due date was today, January 1st. So this is sketch 616. So this one's a pretty simple sketch if you just look at it. Now they don't give measurements, so I usually look at it and decide how big do I want my pieces to be. So my base card is going to be folded. It'll be 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's a standard size card. And then I'm looking at these two images here. So this one's long and this one's kind of wide. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these in about an inch from the top and the bottom. So I'm going to say this one's going to be about 3.5 by, now if my card's 4 1/4, I'm going to bring it in an inch. So I'm going to go 3 1/4 for that one. So now this one I need wider than 3 1/4. So I'm going to go 3 3/4 wide. And then I need it shorter than 3.5, so I'm going to go 2.5. So if you have a sketch with no measurements, you just kind of have to look at it and decide, do I want to do it to scale from the sketch, or do I want to just use the idea and do it my own scale? Either is fine. I'm going to do it kind of to scale today for my project. So I've decided to use a couple of new items that are coming out with the spring catalog and the Sale-a-bration catalog. Sale-a-bration starts later this week. And I'm going to show you what I want to do. Okay, so I'm using soft sea foam and Lost Lagoon and a piece of vellum on my project. Now I'm going to start by doing some dry embossing. This is a new folder called Layered Florals 3D Embossing Folder. It's in the Spring Mini, so you can start ordering that close to the end of the week. And so what I've done is I've taken my vellum piece and I ran that through, so I embossed the vellum. So I went from plain Jane flat to a bold embossed panel on vellum. And then I took the soft sea foam and I mimicked that again with the same folder. So I'm going to give my card not just the 2 layers, but 3 layers. So I'm going to have a background, and then I'm going to have, this is the wide one there, and then my Lost Lagoon is just going to go behind here. So see, there's the basic, here's their basic sketch, and now I'm dressing it up with a layer of vellum and 2 colors on top. So that will be our basic layout. Now, if you shop with me, and many of you do, and I appreciate that greatly, remember you can find the current host code for January on my website at pumpkinhillstampers.com. When you order with me, I send you a thank you kit. So this is going to be my thank you kit sketch for January. So if you order with me, I will send you the supplies so you can make your own project. Now, to finish off my project, I've decided to add 3 die cut circles. Now I used my stylish shaped dies, and I cut one in white, one in the Lost Lagoon, and one in Pretty Peacock. So again, coordinating colors and just simple shapes. I'm going to add an embellishment down here with mine. When you get your kit, you'll just have the circles and you can do with them what you want. But I've dressed mine up a little. So here's what I've done. I took a new Sale-a-bration set, detailed Dogwood. I've been using this for swaps and for getting myself ready for January, and I've used it in like a dozen cards already, so I think I really like it. So what I've done was I took the Pretty Peacock ink and I stamped on my circle the top of this image here. And then I've just got my Lost Lagoon, and I took this bold flower and just stamped it twice, kind of active edge stamping. And then I'm going to leave my Pretty Peacock one, just Pretty Peacock, just as an accent color. So let's go ahead and put my little project together here. So I'm just going to use liquid adhesive, I think, probably for most of it. I might pop up a bit or 2 on the dimensionals, but we'll see. So vellum, when you adhere it, kind of shows through. But I'm going to have this big centerpiece on here, so I'm going to put my vellum right in the middle of my card, because you're not going to see it. And I know I hardly ever do this, but I'm going to put the adhesive right to the front of my card. And then I'm just going to position this over the top, and liquid adhesive lets you kind of shimmy it around, put it where you need it, and then I'm just going to press down into that adhesive to get that panel to adhere. Now, that's pretty fun just as a card, just as itself, but we're going to do the whole sketch. Alright, so now these two pieces are going to go together like so. So again, I'm just going to use liquid adhesive on the back of here and put this down. Centered left to right, and remember I left about an inch from the top and the bottom, so I want to think about that spacing. Now, this one again, I think I'm just going to put down with liquid adhesive. Now when you put liquid adhesive on the back of an embossed panel, try to put it where the panel is flat, because you can get adhesive into those grooves where it's been embossed, but it doesn't always adhere great. So make sure you get some adhesive right on the flat parts of your panel. Alright, so this is going to go across there. And again, that is the simple sketch with just that added layer of background on the card. Alright, so now let's finish off our project. So, like I said, I'm going to create like a little medallion collective over here with these 3 circles. Just kind of an accent color. Just kind of play with them. Decide how you want to lay them out so they can just kind of work together. I think I'll do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to take that one off for a second. So I just want to add a little bit of liquid adhesive underneath where these spots are going to go. And remember, when you start with a sketch, it's an idea. It's not a rule, it's an idea. And when you make your card, you make it your way. Right? I always say, when you're stamping your cards, make it your way. Just because I show you one way doesn't mean you have to put your pieces together the same way. So you be creative in your own way. So I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals. Now I'm not adding a sentiment. I can add that later, or I can just put it on the inside. So there we go. So that is, like I said, going to be my thank you card. Remember, I can't do any stamping on the projects I send you, but I can send you all the parts and pieces. I'll do the layered 3D floral panels for you, so you can play with those. These are the colors: Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, and Soft Sea Foam. Okay, and the stamp set, if you have a $100 order during Celebration, you can pick up the detailed Dogwood stamp set as a freebie. Okay, Celebration starts on the 5th, I believe. Check my handy dandy catalog here. It starts on the 4th. See, I was off by a day. So January 4th, Celebration starts. For every $50 increment you purchase, you can pick a freebie from the catalog, and this happens to be one of them is a $100 increment. So, you know, it's easy to get to $100. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave me a comment below, and I will put the link to Freshly Made Sketches so you can hop over and see all the other projects that people have shared there these past 2 weeks. Alright, do some fun stamping. Use my links below to contact me, and I'll stamp again with you real soon. Have a great day.